Hey, Wixman Ray here. April 2nd, 2026. It's Thursday. We're doing another evening video. It's about 9:45 Central Time, which would be 7:45 on the West Coast and 10:45 on the East Coast. So, yeah, so if you get it tonight, you're staying up late. If you're not, you're getting it tomorrow probably. Anyways, um, my internet's kind of been hit and miss. It's getting a little better. I'm getting me a better modem tomorrow, so for my new place here. So we should have better connection here pretty soon. So hey, we're looking at our infrared satellite. This measures the cloud top temperature. So all these reds, oranges, and yellows are colder. Green and white are warmer. So, and then the warm ground looks kind of grayish or, even almost black, like out here, Death Valley out here. All right, so we got a low pressure spinning over the northern Rockies. It looks like it's sitting over maybe up near Yellowstone and Wyoming and parts of eastern Idaho. Um, and we got, some shower activity with this thing. This has been bringing some snow. I know there was some snow reported by my wife out in Elko today. No accumulation, but it snowed this morning and throughout the day. So they had some snow showers. And they're at 5,000 feet there. So snow levels were down to at least 5,000 feet. So some places may be getting accumulating snow, especially up in the mountains. So helpful moisture for the west out of these last two systems. Um, and then we got a piece of jet energy moving across the desert southwest. Don't think there's a lot of precip with this, but we'll take a look here. That looks like mostly high cloud, maybe some mid-level cloud below it. All right, and then this is the big system that came through where I'm at last night. We had like almost three different climates today. This morning it was kind of rainy and humid, and then it went to almost hot and humid. We were close to 80 by midday, and then by 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we were sitting at 60 and drier air, and the cold front had gone through. So it was like, man, the weather can't make up its mind. Just wait 10 minutes out here in the plains. So, but yeah, nice day overall. So yeah, we got this low pressure. It's sitting up over, looks like over near Wisconsin area. We still got some snow up here across Minnesota and Wisconsin, I believe. We'll see if there's anything farther over North Dakota. And then we've got some rain farther, back in the warmer sections of this cloud shield. And then along the cold front here, actually, this is the actual like cold front. There's some showers and thunderstorms from, I don't know, Lake Michigan towards Chicago and down through Illinois into parts of Missouri. Although these are mostly just showers. There might be a couple claps of thunder, but it doesn't have a lot of upper level support down here. And then here's the kind of prefrontal trough, as you want to call it, and there's some showers and thunderstorms going on from the Gulf Coast down near what was that, Mississippi, up into Tennessee, Kentucky, and then through the Ohio Valley. And then it looks like some thunderstorms across Florida there. So yeah, so that's what we got going on satellite. We'll look at our thing here. Okay, we'll start in the middle of the country. So yeah, those are the showers and thunderstorms I told you that are going from like say Chicago down through Illinois. So like some heavier stuff, um, and then some stuff, isolated to scattered as you go down towards, you know, central part of Missouri there. And if the obs will show up, you can see that front. Yeah, see, so you can see there's like the winds are 70s back here and 60s. So a little bit of a wind shift, a little bit of a cold front there, albeit kind of weak. And then here's those other showers. It's mostly showers now, maybe a couple thunderstorms. Real spotty as you get down south. Not much down there now. Um, yeah, so I think they still have a threat area out here through the night. We'll take a look at that, but Probably best that it'll be with this stuff going through Illinois and probably moving into Indiana and Michigan. Looks like a few little showers, maybe a clap of thunder up in Pennsylvania and Ohio, but not much really going on. Overall, nice down here in the 70s, it looked like. It's slow. There's those showers and thunderstorms going across Florida. They're kind of isolated, scattered in the 70s down there. We'll go up north here. My thing is really slow here. Looks like some precip up here in the northeast. If I can get it to update here for you guys. Alright, we're having some internet issues here. Definitely snowing. These are winter storm warnings in the UP of Michigan. And looks like northern Minnesota parts of there. Alright, it's not updating for me, so we'll move on here. Can we get anything out west? Man, this thing is really, this really sucks. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I'm really trying to get to coax it, but it doesn't want to do its thing. Sometimes it'll work and then it won't work. So here's our current GFS American model. This is what's going on through the next few hours. So we got that low pressure sitting out over, looks like northern Michigan now as you move into around midnight. What the heck? My phone is going off. And then we got some snow back, yeah, it looks like back here in Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, UP of Michigan, and then maybe some extending back towards the northeast, towards Maine. The rest of this is rain, some ongoing thunderstorms down here, but looks like it'll probably go to bed tonight or die down for the most part. And then here's that system out in the Rockies here, a lot of snow. And then some rain in the warmer areas. Yeah, so we'll just table through. These are going to be two main weather makers through the weekend. So as we go into Friday, the snow kind of ends up here tomorrow morning, maybe a little bit lingering into the far northern reaches of Maine through the day tomorrow, but just some rain. Maybe some more thunderstorms will form back here across New York, down into Pennsylvania, through the Ohio Valley. There's kind of a front. This is like a cold front, kind of extending into a warm front as this new low that has developed as it moved out of the plains. You kind of see that happens overnight through the morning hours. So we'll have some rain and snow breakout up here. So another round of snow up there in Montana, Wyoming, and the Dakotas, and spreading back into the same area that Minnesota, Wisconsin, into the Dakotas as we go into Friday and into Saturday morning. And quite a bit of rain again with this, and looks like some thunderstorms will extend from down here, probably Illinois, Iowa, into Missouri, parts of Arkansas and Kansas, into Oklahoma and Texas. So, and those will be some threat for some severe again. So severe thunderstorms are definitely possible tomorrow and tomorrow night. As you go into Saturday morning, ongoing thunderstorms as the cold front kind of pushes east. So it'll be sitting out here near the Ohio Valley, parts of the Midwest, and extending down through Arkansas and Texas, and through the boot hill of Missouri by midday Saturday. And this is the last big low pressure. So as we go into Saturday and Saturday night, looks like a threat of some, at least marginal threat of severe. And we'll look at the Storm Prediction Center's outlooks here in a second. I just wanted to get through the weekend here. And then as we go through the day on Sunday, ongoing showers and thunderstorms across the East Coast through the Southeast and the Gulf Coast. And looks like some lingering rain across parts of Texas there. And it may be pretty wet across Texas into early next week, at least through Monday, maybe into Tuesday. Yeah, we got some other systems coming in, so we'll come back to this. So we'll stop on Sunday. So this front kind of starts to pull offshore, still kind of lingers back here, but weakens on the southern section on Sunday afternoon, evening. All right. Storm Prediction Center. So yeah, this is for the rest of tonight. There's still a little bit of a threat up there around where we saw those storms up in Illinois, Michigan, and Indiana. Looks like a little bit of a tornado threat, a wind threat, and hail threat smaller. But yeah, that general area up there. So watch out through there through the night. Um, yeah, so that's for tonight through tomorrow. For tomorrow, well, through tomorrow morning. That was the first day one. These actually go through like about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, at least Central Time. So yeah, and then this is for tomorrow. So it looks like an enhanced drift over northern Missouri, southern Iowa. So just north, kind of north and east of northeast of Kansas City area, north of St. Louis. So from Des Moines down through Kansas City into Wichita and Oklahoma City, Wichita Falls, Texas, all these areas will have a threat, under the slight risk, and then kind of a marginal threat, even along that frontal boundary that'll extend through Illinois, Indiana, through, parts of West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. So, yeah, so watch out tomorrow, especially as we get through the afternoon, evening, overnight hours out here. Let's see what they've got for this thing going to be updating for me. Like I said, my internet's hit and miss. All right, well, we're not going to be able to see it. And then your day 3 outlook, that might not even come up here. Come on. Jeez. Right when I want it. Let's see if this is up. No, so this updated. So yeah, this is the current OBS out there in the west. You can see some showers. Looks like a mix of rain and snow out there. So it's kind of not everyone's getting it, but a good chunk of the area is seeing some. Looks like some winter storm warnings out for parts of the mountains out here, parts of Montana. A little bit of gusty winds too with this low pressure system. And yeah, that's all I'll tell you. Definitely cool back in here, 30s and 40s tonight across the Intermountain area and the Great Basin. Yeah, even down into Salt Lake, it's 44. I think I saw 36 down there in Cedar City, Utah, and it's not updating again. All right, here's that snow though. Yeah, it extends a little bit back into North Dakota, so there's that snow there. Okay, that's not going to update. Sorry, guys, just not going to cooperate. There's our day 3. I won't zoom in on, but it looks like parts of the Gulf Coast up into Louisiana, parts of Mississippi will have a marginal threat of severe on that Saturday along that cold front, and then up here across the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes from probably up near Cleveland and most of Ohio, northern Kentucky into Pennsylvania, and looks like it clips New York and parts of West Virginia. So yeah, watch out for that on Saturday. Past Saturday, the weather's looking generally pretty good. There's going to be, like I said, so looking out here across South Texas, southern half of Texas, from like say San Antonio and Del Rio, it's going to be some rain down in there. Chances of rain, anyways. And then another round comes in on Tuesday. And then this front here, that's Saturday afternoon and evening. As we're going in through Monday, it kind of dips down across the Gulf Coast down here. We're going to see some showers and thunderstorms, probably some rain across Florida. So this whole area will be kind of wet as we go in through the weekend here, or at least the end of the weekend. Well, even yeah, it's going to be kind of wet. Look at that. I mean, that's Sunday. So yeah, the south, any places along the Gulf Coast and parts of the south, even South Texas, you're going to be wet down there. I mean, look at that. You're seeing rain starting Saturday and going all the way through Monday, then maybe a brief break, and then you get another little bit around anyways down here on Tuesday. And that's as far as we'll go. It looks like the next system will come on the west coast. It looks like by Tuesday, Wednesday time frame with some rain and mountain snow. Looks like there's a cold front up here. That's by Thursday, but it looks like a pretty strong low pressure up in Canada there. So that's telling me the jet stream's running pretty far north. Anyway, so that's it. I think I forgot to mention. Yeah, there's a little tiny slither of maybe rain and snow mix up here, up through Nebraska and South Dakota. I mean, it's real slivery and not a lot. So, and then it kind of reappears over near Kansas City on Tuesday morning, but it's just kind of a weak disturbance moving through the upper atmosphere. Um, so, yeah, I was going to show the upper level, but we're getting a little long. Yeah, we got time. It's 15 and a half minutes. Let's do this. If my thing will cooperate. If it doesn't cooperate, we'll just say the heck with it. Okay, there we go. Well, it wanted to show up. Okay, so here's that storm number one. Actually, there it is up across the Great Lakes and the upper Midwest and then across the northern Rockies. Looks like that low pressure over Wyoming, like we were talking about. So those are the two main jobs. Um, and this is going into Friday, so this is the one coming into the plains on Friday. This one kind of weakens and moves off into Canada and is gone by Friday night into Saturday, so that thing's gone. Here's our main system uh, on Saturday. You can see this little feature out here near California in the Baja. That'll bring a chance of, and even out here, that'll bring a chance of some showers and thunderstorms across this southwest, maybe even southern California for maybe Saturday and Sunday here. We'll have to keep an eye. And these little upper disturbances kind of keep the rain going down there across Texas. And yeah, as we go, here's that little clipper I was telling you about. There's a couple little waves in the atmosphere on Sunday, Monday that move quickly across the middle part of the country through the east, but not a lot of weather with that. That's where you saw those little bands of snow or rain trying to pop up out here in the middle part of the country. But yeah, a little bit of disturbances up across the southwest, moving across most of the southern U.S., towards the Gulf Coast. So you see all these yellows and stuff down in here. That just shows you there's some energy. And this is Monday, so this is Sunday, and this, whoops, and then that's Monday, and then Tuesday. So you're seeing some little dips, and that's that next system coming in the west out here. Another low pressure, kind of looks like two pieces of energy, one up north and one coming into California, low pressure there. So yeah, so it'll kind of stay a little stormy across this area through the weekend and then across here also, even into early next week for say Texas eastward towards the Gulf Coast and Florida. So something to watch down there. That's the main things after these two big systems clear the country this weekend. Um, yeah, we'll go back. Yeah, this is that Saturday storm, so you can kind of see it does the same thing. It moves north on Sunday, has some energy, and then it's kind of weakens and moves out to sea. Yeah. So that's it. Just wanted to show you the upper level. This is just, by the way, this is our 500 millibar, which is 18,000 feet roughly above sea level. So this kind of gives you a good idea of what's driving the surface weather um, that you saw that I showed you previously. So hey, I want to thank y'all for being here. I don't know if I'll do a video tomorrow. If it will, if I do, it'll be at night again. I've been kind of busy. Yeah, and we'll just see how it goes over the next few days. It might be some days where I skip, and if I do, it's probably okay because it's going to be quieter after Sunday, but we'll see. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate for the likes, the views, the subscribes. Last time I saw we were up to 49 subscribers, so hey, let's make it 49,000 or something. Like I've always told you, I've said this many times, I'm not in this to make money. It would be nice. Then maybe I could retire for good and not have to work a part-time job. But hey, this, but seriously, this is my passion. I love doing this. And this isn't, Reed Timmer's extreme tornado chasing weather. I'm not going to hype it up for you. I am going to, let you know what's out there. And I'm not going to cover every single little crook and cranny, micro scale weather, down to what's going to happen in between two mountain ranges. I'm giving you the big picture. If you do want something specific, let me know in the comments and I can give that to you, separately or just kind of do a shout out next video. Hey, this is what your weather's looking like and whatever. And I won't name your name. I'll just say, hey, you. I'll just say, hey, that someone wanted this and blah blah blah. So to keep things private, because I know people don't want their information all over the world and the internet. So, anyways, hey, I appreciate y'all. Wixman Ray out.